Hey guys, I'm Paul, half of Dads and Dice. Sorry for a late start here. Had a bit of a rough time with bedtime tonight, but that's okay. That happens every now and then. We're here, 15 minutes late, so I'm not going to ramble too much because we do have Gùgōng set here on the table. Now, if you are following along on our channel, you probably expected Ian from Where There's a Will, There's a Play on here, but unfortunately, Ian was feeling under the weather, so we went ahead and postponed that stream. I was going to play Gùgōng. I had it set up on my table already. I was going to go ahead and just solo that tonight, but I decided why not go ahead and stream it since it's already on my table. Now, with that being said, this is a massive game. So it does take up quite a bit of the table space, and we'll go ahead and switch over to that now. So this is Gùgōng, and let me give you guys a little bit of flavor text here. We are in China, 1570. We are in the Ming Dynasty. The basics of this is there's corruption happening in the city, and you are trying to make your presence known by exchanging gifts. That's kind of your way of bribing secretly, is exchanging these gifts. So the core mechanic of the game here is you have these cards, and these cards have different numbers on them. So you have, my starting hand here is a 3, a 5, a 2, and a 9. And then out here on the board, you have these numbers here. So what you're doing here is you're going to be trying to exchange gifts for better ones. So the things that are out here, you're going to try to give them better gifts. So with that being said, I could exchange this 4 for my 5, or this 5 for my 9, so on and so forth. So that is the core mechanic of the game. That is the basis of what we're going to be doing. There are ways to trade your cards, even if they are lower than what's out on the board. But you have to give up your servants, which are basically your resources in this game, or discard some cards, which you don't really want to do because those are your actions in the game. So this should actually be over here. I forgot to move that at the start of the game. So on this board here, there are 7 main actions that you can do. So we'll start up at the top of the board up there. And where the 1 is, that is a travel action. So the travel action, you can see the little meeple on the side here. You've got your little white one right there. That's going to be the Atoma. I'm going to be the pink one. So for the travel action, what I would do, because the AI plays slightly different because they're the AI, but what I would do is anytime I go over one of those tokens, I get some type of immediate benefit that I can utilize. Later on, I will be collecting those. I'll be collecting those tokens and placing them here. And then I can trade them for other benefits. So if I have 2 of those, I can get another servant. If I have 4 of them, it's 2 victory points. If I have 6 of them, it's jade eggs. So that takes us to the jade eggs here. This action here, you are just collecting jade eggs. This is a set collection part of the game. And there's different areas there. So you can see there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So basically what you would do once you go to perform the jade action is give up that many servants, take the egg that's there, and then at the end of the game, that is a set collection piece. So there's a way to score those for victory points at the end of the game. Over here on the left, we have the Great Wall. So what you'll do here is you will place your servants out on the Great Wall. And this serves kind of like a area majority section. So we will be trying to fill it out until you get to this section here. And once you get 4 cubes on there, you check to see who has the most. Whoever has the most will get 3 victory points, plus they get to move their envoy up this temple. And then you also get to perform an intrigue action, which I'll get to here in a second. This right here, this is a double worker. Again, the AI plays slightly different. That is going to be his focus action, and I'll explain kind of what that does whenever we get there. Okay, so let's move down to the other actions here. This is the intrigue. So like I mentioned, once you fulfill the Great Wall, you will then go to the intrigue. The intrigue is you just moving up along this track here. And then this is how you determine who first player is. It's the first person to move using this action here. But then anytime that you fill the Great Wall action, you get to do one of these intrigue actions. So that's trading 1 movement for 1 servant, 3 movements for 2 servants, 5 movements to change one of these dice, which I'll get into in a little bit, and then 7 movements to get a jade egg. This also works as a tiebreaker if you ever need any sort of tiebreaker in the game. This section right here, this is the temple track, I think is what it's called. I'm actually not 100% sure what it's called. But you can only win the game if your envoy makes it to the very top of the track up here. So that's the very top right there. If you reach the end of the game and you have not made it up here, you get 0 points. You cannot win the game whatsoever. So this action is moving up this track. That's all that does. This action over here, these are your decrees, I believe is what they're called. And these are just end game victory points, ways to get end game victory points, or ways to get benefits throughout the game, and then beginning of round kind of benefits. And again, ways to just get more victory points. Down here, finally, you have the shipping action. And the shipping action is a way for you to get some bonuses. So what you do once you come here is you will get one of your ships and you will be able to place it here, put one of your servants on it, and then you can move your ship down. As soon as your ship is full, when it has 3 servants on it, you can claim whichever bonus spot that you're on. So here, this is worth 4 victory points. This one, you can get a new card. This one, you can get your double worker. And then down here, you can get any of those previous benefits. You don't want to stay down here too long, just because you will bump off and then you'll lose all of your servants. Hey, George, love this game. Funny story. In my first play, it was a 3-way tie for last. That is pretty funny. So I've gotten this one played once multiplayer, and then twice solo. This will be my 3rd solo of this game. So we'll see how I do. Nobody made it to the top. Yep, that tracks. I could see that happening. So how the solo plays, they're not going to care about number. They're just going to be trading out cards. Like I mentioned, they have a specialty action. So this deck right here is going to tell me where they're going to go. Excuse me. And they're also, there's generally 2 phases. You have the, 3 phases. You have the morning phase, the day phase, and then the night phase. There's actually one more phase that they will do. It's called the twilight phase. But we'll kind of go into that whenever we get there. So let's go ahead and get started. And of course, I'm going to get my stuff here just to record my game. And let's see how we do. All right, so let's look here at my cards. We got a 9, 2, and a 5. I think something that's usually pretty strong to do early on is these decree actions. Just because, especially these bottom ones, if more people start going there, so if the AI were to go there, it becomes more expensive, and that's not necessarily what we want. The name of the game is also trying to get as many servants as you can, because that really is what's going to limit your actions. And one other thing that I didn't mention is you have these dice down here, and it's 5, 6, 8. Normally the dice would go to the top of the board up there, but it's cut off. So that's really the only thing that's being cut off of the board up there, and the round marker. It goes up to 4 rounds. So I'm just keeping this down here. But these numbers at the end of the game, if you have cards that match those numbers, you get extra servants. So if I had 2 cards, a 5 and a 6, I would get 2 extra servants. So that's these numbers here, 5 and a 6, and there is no 8 out there. So I also don't have very high numbers. I've got a 2, a 3. So up there for the traveler action, that's a 1. I could trade my 2, and I could get some of those bonuses, which are not bad. This bonus here is actually, I believe that's just swap a card out. Exchange 1 card from your hand or discard pile with a card on the game board. So I could just get a matching card doing that. It also gives me more workers, all that kind of stuff. So 1s are also the cards that trump the number 9. Over here is good because you can start getting majority on the wall, possibly getting some intrigue actions. This 3, it allows me to change a card as well, so I should probably do that. But maybe not yet. Not yet. Let's go ahead and do this 2. And we're going to go up here to the travel action. And so on the turn, you do the action that's on the card, and then you do one of the actions on the bottom. So how that's going to work. Sorry, it's a bit of a stretch. So I've traded my gift there. I'm going to go ahead and keep mine down here. And normally in a multiplayer game, you'd have it face down, but doesn't matter. So now my 2 options on that travel action up there are to just move once. So the first time that you put one out there, you just put it wherever you want and you get whatever's out there. Or for the other thing on the bottom underneath that, it says I can give up 2 servants to move twice. Like I mentioned, I think servants are good early on. So I'm going to go ahead and get that 2 servant one on the top left corner. So I have this one. I ended up getting that. I'm going to get 2 servants from my general supply, and I'll place it there. And then this will go up here, just turned upside down, that I can use at a different time. Okay, so that is my first action there. Now, the AI, what they're going to do is they are going to flip this card. It's going to determine their action that they're doing. So they're doing the Great Wall action. And they're going to switch it with this number 7. Ooh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I messed up on my turn. I should have definitely done the Great Wall action at first because I did want to do that. So I would have put 1 here. Okay, my bad, mistake there. All right, so now on their turn, they're placing 1 on the Great Wall as well. And as of right now, we have a tie. So they did this action here. Down here is the Twilight action. We'll get to that at the end of this kind of day round. So that is what they do there. And this card is the one that they're nope, they're switching that one here. Okay, there we go. Sorry, a little sloppy around there, but that is okay. We are good now. All right, so then it's back to me. So I've got a 9, a 5, and a 3. Unfortunately, this 3 only beats that 2 now. At the end of the round, the AI is going to simulate like they have one match. So as long as I beat 1, because I don't want to have a tie, because they're probably going to move up here on this intrigue track quite a bit. So I could also come down here and get this 6, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to play my 9. And if you notice, this one actually doesn't have an action on the card, so it's just going to be one action. So I'll move here. I'm going to take the 6. And then I'm actually going to do the bottom one here. So I'm going to pay a servant. So I'm going to discard 1. And then I get to place 2 of them. No. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to do 1, and I'll place this here. And so if you do the top action, you put 1 down, and then you move your boat. So it's going to move there. Okay. At the end of the round, it does move again. So I probably want to do this action once more if possible. Okay. All right. It is going to do the decree action. So that's not good for me. It's going to switch out this 4 with this 8. And it's going to go for one of these 2. And it's going to go for the lowest one of these 2, which that's one that I would have liked to have had. So what it does is it spends 2 servants, 1 because that's what it costs, and then 1 to place 1 up here. Then it's going to get 3 victory points, and it's in the lead. Okay, back to me. So now I have a 5 and a 3. This 3 allows me to switch a card with any card. I'm going to need a 5. I think I'm going to need a 5. So, but I have to beat something with it. So let's do this first. We'll play that one last. Hey, Michael. Thanks for being here. We're going to play this 5 here on the temple. So that's going to go there. I'll take this 4. No action there. I get to move my envoy up once. I'm actually going to move him up twice. So I'm paying 2 servants. I'm discarding those 2. He'll move up twice, and then I get to move up once on the intrigue track. Okay. So that is that action there. It's going to perform its action. So it has a 4. And it is doing that at the Jade house. And it's going to perform a shipping action. And its ship actually does not move. It just loads stuff up. And then he's going to discard as many servants to get a Jade egg. It's going to go for the cheapest one, so it's going to get rid of 2. And get a Jade egg. Okay, now to me. This is a 3. I have to do the traveler action, unfortunately. How can I do this? Could move twice. I would really like to do the shipping action, but that's just not going to work. So let's do the 3 at the only place that I can go. And to do that card action now, it is going to be to switch a card from something on the play area with something in my discard here. So I need a 5, 6, or 8, so I'm definitely going to keep this 6. So I don't want to get rid of that. 8 would be good, but it doesn't have any bonus actions on it. I think this 5 is probably going to be the one that I go to because it has a great wall action on it. And we can trade out probably this 2. So let's trade out this 2 with this 5. Okay, and then I get to actually perform my action at the top, so that travel action. I could get rid of 2 servants here and have 2 movement. Or I just do 1. I think I'll probably get rid of 2. Yeah. I think that's what we'll do. I'll discard 2 servants here. And I'm going to move this way. And I am getting... I can place a servant on a ship, and then I'm gaining a servant. So I'm just going to take one from here, and it's going to go there. So those 2 will go here. And let me just double check if that causes a movement. I don't think it does. I don't think it's taking that action, but let's see. Take 1 servant from your gem supply, place it in the canal, or place a new ship and add the servant. Nope, that is it. Okay. Its final action now. It has a 2, and it's going to go on the temple. It's going to perform the mask action. So that's here. So it's going to move up on the intrigue once. Now, since it is actually taking that, I got mine because of a bonus, but since it's actually taking it, did I get mine from a bonus? How did I get mine? What did I do to get mine? I think it's first player. I don't know why I didn't get it, but I think it's going to be first player because it actually did that action. I don't remember how I got mine, but I don't think I did an action for it. So that's there. And then it's doing the Great Wall. So that's the first thing it does. And that's it. Okay. So now we will go into this Twilight phase. So this is only for the solo game. That would be the end of round 1 in a normal gameplay. But since this is solo, we're going to go into the Twilight phase. So for the Twilight phase here, we're going to do these bottom actions, and we're just going to flip these over. And we're going to do them one at a time. So here, it's going to discard a servant, if it can, to place a servant in the Great Wall. Unfortunately for it, it cannot discard one in order to place one because it only has 1. So it's not going to perform that action. The next one that it's going to do is move its traveler once. Okay. So how it does that is it's going to go on the outer ring, and it's going to start exactly where it's at. And this gives it 1 move on the envoy track right here. Okay. Next, it's going to pay a worker to move on the intrigue track, so it can pay a servant. It's going to get rid of that. And then it's going to move here on the intrigue track. And then last one, it's going to pay 2 servants to move its envoy and on the entry track, and it cannot pay 2 servants, so it's going to go ahead and skip that as well. All right, so that is the... Hey Ian, hope you're feeling better. We'll have to postpone or reschedule the Rolling Realm stream. I was going to play this one tonight anyway, so I decided why not just go ahead and stream it since I'm here. Okay, so that was the morning, day, twilight, and now we're doing the night phase. So what we're going to do here is we're going to see how many cards we have that match the dice. So I have a 5 and a 6, so I have 2. And like we said, the AI has 1. So I get 2 servants. The AI gets 1. Since I had the most, I will get 3 victory points. We will definitely get that rescheduled, feeling a bit better, but took tomorrow off as well. Yeah, definitely get some rest. And then I also get to move up this envoy track. And then all the ships move. So this ship will go here, and this ship will go here. Okay, and now we're going into the morning phase. So what we'll do is the AI will be the first player. We're going to refill the traveler track up there. We are going to re-roll the dice. 199. Okay, so we really want to get a 9. If possible, and I don't think I have the 1. Oh, I do have the 1 to get the 9. Cool. Morning phase stuff here, so it's going to get another servant. And then this is round 2, so we each get 4 servants. Okay, and that was the end of round 1. Now we're starting round 2. Again, this is a 4-round game. So it is going first. It's going to do its specialty action. So its specialty action is the Great Wall. And it's going to trade that 7 for a 4. Now, normally for the AI, it only does this top action here, but for the specialty one, it does the bottom action, I believe, without paying the servants. Let me double check that. Tips. Where is it? Special Atoma card. Exchange gift cards is normal. When executing, Meng always chooses option B without paying its normal cost and by using servants from his general supply. So it's just a stronger action. So he's not paying the cost, and then he's actually using these 2 from the general supply. So right there, that triggers a Great Wall action. So we look here. Well, you know what? Before that, I'm sorry. Let's not do that yet. Getting out of turn here. It does the card action first, so it moves up here. It moved here. Now it gets to do this. It completes it. It gets the 3 points. It gets another movement on the temple. And then these 4 get removed. Mine stays on the track. And then we get to do an intrigue action here. So this is where we get to spend stuff. Meng, the AI, will either always do this one or this one. So it's going to go ahead and spend 1 movement for a servant, and I'm going to spend 1 movement for a servant as well. Okay, and I'm out of servants over here, so that's good. Okay, my turn. Well, I know I need 9s. This 9 is here. And what trumps it is a 1. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and do this here. I've got my 9. I'm going to do the card action, which is to do a decree action. And I still kind of want this one. But it cost 3. I mean, I guess it's probably worth it. So we'll go here. So that's the one that it cost me. This one, because there's one there, and then this to place it on there. Okay, and then I get 3 victory points. So that was this decree action. Now I get to do the shipping action, and I'm just going to put one of my servants here. And that actually completes my ship. So I can claim an extra card, or I can move it and claim my double worker. So you have this fancy double worker here, and he acts as 1 or 2. It's your choice. So you can decide how you want to use him. I think honestly right now a card is probably better. So we're going to clear my ship. We're going to get a card there. These will get discarded, and then my ship goes there. Okay. So for the card, I actually get to draw one of these and add it into my hand. So it is an 8, and it goes there. So it goes directly into my hand. Not bad. That's a good card. Okay. The AI. It is going to do a shipping action. And it's just switching that. Okay. Ooh, that 1 also is the one that it needed. Okay. Huh. Interesting. We're going to have to see how this pans out. Okay. So that was its second action. I've done 1. I would kind of like to do another shipping action. And if I could do 2 of them, that would be really good. I think I might be able to do 2 of them. Sorry if my lighting just changed there. My dog ran into my light. Let's see. Travel action. This guarantees me first player. So my thoughts are for shipping, you can't land on the same spot. So if I put a boat and then I move it, I get moved here immediately. And then I could do another action to put stuff on there, and then I can unlock my big worker. Which wouldn't be bad. Or I could even just unlock another card, which would just give me more actions. I could also just start getting some jade eggs. Jade eggs are important. It's a way of set collection. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a jade egg. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do the wall action. Oops. I'm going to do the wall action. And I'll place 1. Then I'll trade away 2 workers. So my 2 workers to get this jade egg. Okay. Now it is the AI's turn. So they're going to go on the jade egg spot. They're going to trade that 5 with a 7. And they're actually going to do 1 second. What did I just do? Yeah. They're going to do the intrigue action. So they'll move up once. They're going to get the first player again. They're going to trade out 3 workers because they can. And they're going to get this jade egg. Okay, my turn. Okay. Well, if I want to beat it on the servants, I'm going to have to be tied with him because he has a 1. But with that being said, it is round 2, so it counts like he has 2 matches. I have 2 matches because I have a 9. So the only way that we beat that tiebreaker is if I'm ahead of him over here. But we can do that in a bit. Let's go ahead and do this shipping action. So that's going to get me a worker. I'm going to place a ship and move. So I'll place it here. I'll put my servant on there. And then it's going to move, but it can't go there. So it's going to go here. And that's where we're at. Okay. Its final turn. It's going to travel. So it's going to do the shipping action first. So it actually completes its there. And the AI works slightly different, like always. It's going to get a card first. And we just mark it with a different color. And so that card gets added to its hand. And then it's going to travel, and it's going to get an extra servant. Because it's traveling up here. Okay, I have 2 cards. An 8 and a 4. Couple things I could do. I could complete the wall, possibly. I could complete the wall. It would spend one of these, which would give it another servant. And then for my last move, I'd have to move up here. I can come here once and complete it and get my double servant. I think that's what we do. Oh, to get my double servant at the end of the round. Or at the end, yeah, at the end of this round. Although I could just get another card. Or I do the Great Wall. Complete it, gives me 3 victory points. I don't spend an intrigue, it moves down. Then I go up there. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to spend this 8 for the wall. I get to do the temple action, so that moves me up here. And then I'm actually going to spend 2 of these to get an extra servant. And then I'm going to spend those 3 servants to go here and finish off that wall. So I have the max, so I'm going to get 3 victory points. And then we remove all those. Do an intrigue action. It does 1, so it gets another servant. And then I don't have any to spend, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and stay there anyway. So, all right. Its final turn. It's going to do another jade egg. But before that, it does a ship. And then it spends 3 servants for this jade egg. And then that is it for its turn. I have 1 more turn. And I have to move up on this intrigue track because, or else it will tie me at the end. I could travel. Actually, traveling is probably better because that moves me up the intrigue track anyway. So let's do that. We're going to travel. So there, I would do this action first. I was just already stretched out, and then I get this intrigue, so that will move me up there, and then I get this here. Okay, and that is the end of the day, round 2. Now we go into Twilight phase. This is the AI's phase, and we'll see what they have. So they're going to travel once, and they're going to get a servant. Okay. They are going to place a servant on a ship. So they spend 1, and then they put 1 on the ship. They're going to travel again. And for this travel action, they would exchange a card, but since it's during the Twilight phase, they just get a victory point. They will spend 2 workers to travel. So what they always have to spend, if they have these little travel tokens, they have to spend them if they can. So they're going to spend 2. They'll get a worker and then spend both of those to travel. And that moves them up the envoy track. And then for this last one, they'll travel 1 more time. They did tons of traveling here. And this one actually has them paying a servant on the Great Wall. So they're going to spend 2 tokens to get a servant on the Great Wall. Okay, that was the Twilight action for them. Now let's go to the night phase. So we're matching up cards. Again, it's round 2, so they have 2. I have 2 because I have a 9, and that matches 2 of the numbers. I'm ahead on the intrigue track, so I get the max there. So I get 2, it gets 2, but since I had the max, I get 3 victory points plus a movement here. All ships move in the night. And then we go to the morning phase. It's going to be player 1. We refill travel tokens. I'll do that in a second. We roll dice. 155. We roll dice. We check to see what we get. We both get a person. And then we both get 4 more. All right, now I'll refill those tokens. Sorry about that, hitting the microphone. It's again, it's a good distance away. Okay, that was the morning phase, and now we're going on to the day phase. So it is going first again. And the numbers we need, 155. Thank you, Steve. I need a little bit of forgiveness. All right. I'm honestly feeling a little bit lost. I need to start doing some stuff over here, I think. Honestly, probably just getting this 8 victory points might be good. Although this one is 2 points per decree that you have, so I'd have to have 4 of them before I get the 8. I don't know if that's going to happen. So we're on round 3. We're halfway through the game. All right, it's going to do the travel action. And I need to see what it does for this action. Exchange 1 card from your hand. Let's see what it does. What does the AI do for the exchanging? Adds it to his he recovers the top one of his discard pile and adds it to his remaining gift cards to play this day. What happens if it's the card? Okay. So it says it takes one from the discard pile and puts it back into play, but he doesn't have a discard pile. So I think usually if he can't do it, he just gets a victory point. So we're just going to give him a victory point. And then it's going to move once. And it's going to get to place a worker on the Great Wall. Okay, my turn. So we need 5s, we need 1s. Neither of those are out now. I think I need to complete this. So we're going to put my 9 here. I'm going to do pay a servant and then place 2 servants here. And now I have completed this. So one of those servants gets locked up. These get discarded and I get to unlock my double servant. Okay, its turn. Let's shuffle these cards. Oh, I need to get some jade eggs also. There's a lot of stuff here. Okay. He's going to do a special action, so the wall action. And it's not going to pay that. It's going to place 2 from its general. It doesn't have 2, but it goes here. Okay. So it has the max, so he gets 3 points. This gets moved up. This gets cleared. Then it spends 1 to get a worker. I should probably just spend 1 to get a worker as well. Okay. My turn. What to do, what to do. So the double worker counts as 2. I could ship. Nope, I need a 1. I don't have a 1. Traveling seems to be my only option. I've got a 4, 4, and a 2. I guess I could do these also. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go and do this action here. So I'll do the temple action, then I'll do the temple action again. So that's going to get me 7 victory points at the end of the game. And then anytime I peg the top of that, I get an extra victory point. Okay. Its turn. It's going to do the travel action. It loves that travel action. And it gets 2 victory points. Feeling a little lost here. Okay. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do a shipping action. And I'm going to place this worker. And since it's just once, it gets to move. And it's going to go here. And then that's it. Oh, no, that's that. And then I'm going to move up once here. I will be first player next round. Okay, it's going to place the 1 on the jade eggs. It's going to do a decree action. So this is round 3. So it's going to try to do a level 3 decree. It's going to go for the lowest one. So it has to pay 4 workers. Okay, well, that's that. Let me see what this travel action is up there. Take 1 of your discarded cards back to your hand. Ugh. I wanted to take 1 from the board. I wanted to exchange 1. Well, I could do that. Okay. Let's switch this one. Then this 1 will go here. I'll do a shipping action. So that goes there. That's completed, so I'm going to finish it there. I'm going to get another card to my hand. And then I'm going to spend 4 workers, all of them, to get a jade egg. Okay. Its turn. It's going to do another decree. It actually cannot do those. Can't do that. It could do this one. So it's going to do this decree. So first it will do the intrigue. Then it's going to spend 2 of its workers to get that decree, and that's 2 victory points. All right, and I have 2 more turns. Oh, great. So with these 5s, I can get 1 worker. What would I do with a worker? What would I do with a worker? So I could travel. So what I can do here is I can discard one of these cards. To play this as a higher card. But I don't think I need to do that, actually. I'm going to play this one here. No. I'm going to... Maybe I do that. Can I do anything with 1 worker? No, not really. All right, I do want to keep a 5 for the end of round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard this one here. And then I'll play... Nope, because I don't need to because of that. Well, we'll just do this. This one will go in here. Now I want to discard it. I need that 5. That's the problem. Okay. We will do the travel action. So I'll discard this 5 here. That one will go there. I get to do the intrigue action. And then I get to move my traveler. So I'll either get 2 victory points or I can pick up a card from my discard and use it. Which, then I could probably get that 5. Let's see. I think that's what that token did. Take one of your discard cards back into your hand. Okay, we'll do that. No, let's just get 2. We'll get 2 victory points. Okay. All right, that is the end of the round there. The end of the day phase. We'll go into the twilight phase. Discard 2 workers to move as traveler, so it does have enough tokens for that. To travel. And that moves him on the intrigue track. Dang it, he's ahead of me. He will travel. This one counts as 2. Discard 2 to travel. So he doesn't have enough to do that. Travel. Place 1 on the ship. So it's going to discard this. And place 1 on the ship, which then the ship does get completed. And let me check here real quick what happens during the twilight phase. Ship. If Meng has at least 2 servants, he removes 1 from his pool to add the other servant to his ship or begin a new ship. Yes, okay. So he's going to claim this right now. And get another card for the next round. So that was this one. And now he's going to travel one more time. Spend 3 servants for a gem, for a jade egg. It doesn't have enough, so it's not going to do that. Okay. All right, it had a really good twilight round there. Let's refill this. Okay. Refilled the travelers. All right, so first player. I am first player. Refilled the travelers. Nope, we didn't do the night phase. So let's get to that first. Matching decks. So he has 3. I have 1, 2, 3 as well. He beat me on the intrigue right at the very end, which was unfortunate. So he moves up once and he gets 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Ships move. There's no ships. Okay, so now I am first player. I refilled that. We re-roll the dice. 1, 3, 6. It gets to put a ship out. And then he gets 3 servants. I get 3 servants. This one, we both get 1. And then we both get 4. All right, and then this is last round. Where are my ships at? I already got 3 ships completed. Check that out. I got 2 extra cards and my 2 boy. I don't think I'm doing too hot. I need to get this 8 pick 3.1. Should probably be my first move. Okay. Let's see. Well, I can't beat anything there. Oh, I thought those are the incomplete ones. No, those are the finished ones. I'm not going for the victory points first. Although you think that's what I would do. So I have 2 jade eggs. That's only worth 3 victory points right now. What can I do? Can I get 3 more? That's a lot. Oh, actually, that's 2 movement. That's 1, 2. That's not too bad. Then that would get me a jade egg. If I get 4 of them, that's 10 points. That's worth quite a bit. I need to save 5 servants to go there. This one would be 3, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, well, I can't do the decree yet. Don't know if I want to do the ship. Do a Great Wall action. That gets me a servant. That would actually complete the Great Wall. I think we do that. Okay. So we're going to do that there. I'm going to put my double. Well, first thing, I'm going to get a servant. Oh, that wouldn't complete the gray wall. That's okay. I will pay one servant to put 2 down. And I'll put these 2. So I'll at least have the majority on there. Okay, its turn. It's going to go to the intrigue. And it's going to put its top card back, and we decided that it can't do that on its first turn, so it's just going to get a victory point. And then it's going to move up once. Okay, my turn. And I could just do the wall right now. I feel like it's going to do it, so maybe we don't do that. It moved here, so it will be first player. Doesn't matter. Need to claim this. And I have no cards high enough to claim it. That's the issue. So we could travel. And if we traveled, okay, I could travel twice. This would let me put one here, and then that one would let me exchange a card. I could change this for something. Also do need a 3. But okay, let's do that. Let's travel. I'm going to play this 7. Actually, I can't make it there. It goes up, it doesn't go across. Okay. Let's discard this 1. We're just going to play the 5 here. It's going to cost me 3, 4, 5 to put that guy there. That feels bad. All right, it's going to go to the Emperor track here. Now, if he doesn't make it up the Emperor track, doesn't matter, again, because bots are cheaters. It does the Great Wall. So, I am in the lead there. I get 3 victory points, 1, 2, 3. I get to move up 1, that's there. It's going to spend 1 for a servant, and I'm going to spend 1 for a servant. It cannot get any servants. All of its are out. Okay. Good. And that's it. My turn. Yeah, my turn. I feel like I'm having a really bad last round here. What can I do to get me victory points? What can I do? All right, I'm going to travel. And that gets me a servant. Okay, now its turn. It's going to play an 8 on the egg spot. But first it's going to do a shipping action. Then it's going to spend 4 servants to get a jade egg. Okay. My turn. I have 2 servants. Oh, and actually one of those, I should have got my big boy. Honestly, I feel like just doing the wall action is probably best. I'll just have to discard both of these. Yeah. Gets me 4 victory points. Feels kind of bad. It's not like I can beat anything else out there. Yeah, okay. So we're going to discard this 2. I'll do a wall action. So I'll place this one. And then I'll actually do the other wall action and place this one. And I've completed the wall there, so I get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. I get to move up my envoy, so that's 1. This part, it's going to spend 1 to get a... And it doesn't matter if I do because I'm out of stuff, so I'm just going to leave it there. And I am done. That was a very lackluster last round for me. It's going to do a shipping action. It's going to complete it, and it's actually going to get 4 victory points there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for its next one, it's going to do the wall. First, it does this. Then it does a wall action. And then the last action it does... How many is it done here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Is a travel action. And it places 1 more out on the wall. Okay, now the twilight phase. It's going to spend a worker to move on the intrigue. It's going to spend 2 workers to move the envoy and the intrigue. It's going to travel. So it gets a victory point. It's going to spend a worker to place a worker on a ship. So it's going to get rid of 2 of these. Best case scenario for me. It actually needs to do 2 of them. And then it can't do that one, and it can't do that one. Okay, I'm going to spend 4 of these to get 2 victory points. And okay, now we're into the night phase. I don't think servants matter in this night phase. After 4 days, complete the final. Oh, the Great Wall does score. Okay. All right, so check. I have 1 matching, 2 matching. It has 4. So he gets 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, score the Great Wall. So whoever has the max gets 3. 1, 2, 3, plus a movement. Score your decrees. So we both get 8. All right. Players receive VP depending on their order of arrival in the Palace of Heavenly Purity. So I get 7, it gets 5. So he's at 43. I get 7, 39. And then this is where he definitely takes it away, even though he did already. He has 4 jade eggs. That's 10 points, 53. I had 2 jade eggs, which is 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 42. And that is the game, 42 to 53. That's been very consistent for me. That is where I have been getting pretty regularly. Excuse me. My high score in this game is a 49. And then I think I had, let me see. I'll check here in a second. It had a 53. It actually had a higher score this time than previously. Let's look at all my plays. That only took an hour 10. That's pretty good. I like that. Okay, so 44. I've had 44, 49, and 42. So I'm in that 40-ish range. And then winning scores for this have generally been in the 50s. So 57 down to 52 has kind of been the winning score, the winning range. I like this one. I like this one a lot. This one is it pulls you in a lot of directions. And it's really tight with the servants. Very tight with the servants. And that's what I'm trying to really balance out. I know on my first play, I was going for the jade eggs quite a bit. But I really do feel like getting your boats out there and getting the extra actions and getting your big worker are very important. And that takes a lot of workers the first couple rounds. Obviously, getting decrees. I wish I could have gotten this one before it got it, because that cost me both of these. That cost me a ton of servants. And then the card play was pretty hard this last round. I didn't have a lot of cards that could trump the other ones. And that's kind of I don't want to say the issue, but that's kind of what happens whenever you play with AI. They can just kind of go anywhere, and you have to hope that your cards line up. So overall, though, it's a great game. I really enjoy it. You usually get beat by about 20 points, still pretty close. Okay, well then that doesn't make me feel as bad. What are the scores generally when you play it, Michael? Because I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. But then again, I don't know. I've only played this one multiplayer once, and the scores were in this range, so I'm assuming it's generally in here. Now, with that being said, this is the easy AI. There is only one specialty card in there. I did take the other one out. So normally, if you want to play like the whatever is AI, there's 2 cards that you put in there. If you want to play the easier one, there's just 1 card. Yeah, I like the decrees. I like how they change throughout the different gameplays that you can have. And then I always get caught up on the travel. I'm never sure if I want to, like, I guess that's my problem. I can never commit on one thing. And this game has 7 things going on that I feel like are all pretty viable. So yeah, that's about it there. I'll go ahead and quit rambling. 30 to 35 points, need more practice. Yeah, I don't know. Like I was saying, I'm stuck in the 40 range, and I need to figure out how to get out of there. It's funny. This is the one that we played right before the White Castle. The first time that we played it, and I remember, or maybe this was right after. We played those games back to back, and this gives me those vibes where you just got to keep on playing it to figure it out. And I'm hoping to figure it out. I'm glad that I got it to the table. So again, that's it. I'll go ahead and stop rambling there. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for being on this stream. I know, like I said, it was supposed to be Rolling Realms, but stuff happened. We've postponed that. Decided to just showcase Gùgōng anyway, because I was going to play it either way. So that's all that I have. As always, remember, like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really does help us, helps our channel grow. Go ahead and join our Discord server. If you have not joined that, I'll go ahead and drop the link in the chat right now. But that's it. Devin will be here on Wednesday, I believe, streaming SETI solo, and then we will be together on Friday with what looks like right now to be Roll for the Galaxy. I really want Yokohama Duel, but I don't think it's coming back after all the votes that Roll for the Galaxy has. So either way, that's all that I have. Appreciate you guys. See y'all next time.